What if it all goes right? What if the experiment doesn't explode? What if you finally find your other femur and it's not in the freezer? What if today's the day the formula actually works? What if it all goes right?
You know, I guess one person can make a difference.
You know, I guess one skeleton can make a difference. Enough said. I have no lungs and yet I persist. But one day you'll figure this out, and when you do, you will rattle the world. Remember, it's better to fail at an experiment than to succeed at a boring one. If you have a hypothesis you genuinely believe in, don't let some idiot with a spine tell you it's impossible. The secret ingredient? Calcium. Also me. Mostly calcium. To make something special, you just have to believe it's special, and label it clearly in the lab, or the intern will drink it. When I walk into that lab, I think, I am the smartest skeleton in this building. I don't care if Neil deGrasse Tyson is in the building. What if I can pull off a miracle? What if I can become a skeleton no one thinks I can be, besides spooky and load-bearing? Why not go 10,000 volts hard? So many of us choose safety dressed up as practicality. We never dare ask the universe for a bigger beaker. I'm proof you can ask the universe for a bigger beaker. I looked in the mirror, which is hard because I don't have eyes, just sockets, very dramatic, and I truly believed no man alive could be me, mostly because I am not alive. Work on your list of experiments. If your hypothesis isn't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old professor said, without a control group, we perish. It doesn't matter where you are in the periodic table. The great thing about science is it's always your next experiment that counts. My father could have been a great skeleton comedian, but he made the conservative choice. He got a safe job as a Halloween decoration. And when I was 12 rib cages old, he was let go, repossessed, technically, and our family had to do whatever we could to survive. Mostly stand very still in doorways to scare debt collectors. I learned this. You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance doing what you love, which, for me, is chemistry and mild property damage. Don't be afraid to dream big, but remember, dreams without lab safety goggles are just dreams with future eye injuries. Bro, please. You have one skeleton. The math on having a skeleton at all is 400 trillion to 1. You already won. You could be dug up in a museum right now, and instead you're doing science. Enjoy it. They will tell you the experiment can't be done. They'll line up all the reasons. It's because they don't have hypotheses of their own. The fear of failure, I might lose my funding, I might lose my femur, is the number one reason skeletons fail to publish. Mental toughness looks more like adaptability. Don't have enough time for the full experiment? Do the short version. Don't have a spare rib? Improvise with a coat hanger. Very safe. Don't tell OSHA. Doing something is almost always infinitely better than doing nothing. And also better than being somebody's Halloween prop for the 9th year running. You have to have a delusional mindset. You have to be so far out there to believe it's possible. I grew up in a cave full of other skeletons who never left the cave. I looked at all my skeleton buddies still doing cave stuff. I get it. Cave life isn't easy. But I decided to create the delusion of abundance, that I could get a lab coat, that I could build a centrifuge, that I could actually provide value to people despite having 0 organs. Complete delusion. You gotta believe the delusion because it's only delusional until it works. Then it's called peer-reviewed. You're crazy until you're published. Then you're a genius. People think you're a weirdo skeleton scientist. Stop only making tinctures. Get a life. I don't have a life. That's the whole bit. Admit it. You aren't like them. You don't even have a pulse. What do you both think about fear? Fear is a teacher, and I don't skip class. Mostly because I don't have a stomach to skip breakfast either. Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your bones don't know the difference. Words are energy, and they cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. And also, why I'm a scientist, and not a wizard. Very important distinction. HR was very clear about this. What if the experiment works? What if it works out? Believe in the science, goddammit. What if the next beaker is the $1 million beaker? What if it's this one? What if it's now? You have to believe so deeply that it's already happened. The Nobel Committee just hasn't called yet, because I don't technically have a phone, or ears. Quit giving power to the chance of failure. You're a winner. You're meant to win. We are winning now, and by we, I mean me and this suspicious green liquid. Most likely you're not going to have a role model skeleton scientist following you around, asking hard questions, pushing you forward. You have to be that skeleton, ideally with your own lab coat. Mine's a hand-me-down, from a costume rack at Party City. For some of us, playing it safe simply isn't an option, mostly because we no longer have organs that could be damaged by taking risks. Real upside nobody talks about. Don't quit. In order to become the better version of yourself, you literally have to kill off your original version, which, again, already happened to me. So, I have a big head start. Pun intended. It is a very big head. It is a skull. You're only one experiment away from changing everything. So, whatever you do not stop titrating now. Times may be hard. That's just a test. It's temporary. Winners find a way to make it happen. And also skeletons are famously very patient because we have nowhere else to be. We're dead. Let me tell you about a voice. Not this voice, the one inside. Mine echoes a little because skull, hollow, acoustics. Always trust your inner voice. Everybody has one. Mine also occasionally suggests I microwave things that shouldn't be microwaved. Still working on that one. Music. I have no doubt in my mind, which, again, I don't technically have a mind. It's more of a cavity, but figuratively, that I will be the greatest skeleton scientist of all time. Life is going to work out perfectly for you. All the right elements are going to bond with you. All the wrong compounds are going to precipitate right out of your life. You're going to have a beautiful lab. You're going to wake up every day next to a centrifuge you love. You're going to have leisurely Sundays and terrific conferences in Reno. Please, don't worry. Your afterlife, legally distinct from a life, don't email me about it, is going to work out perfectly. I just have this feeling that things are about to get so much better than they are right now. I don't know why. I just do. Possibly because I finally found where I put my other femur. It was in the freezer. It's always in the freezer. What if you take that chance and it works out? What if it all goes right?
Enough said.
But one day you'll figure this out. And when you do, you will change the world.